Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is John McCallum from the Asper School of Business, the Faculty of Management, and I'm honored to be reading this citation today for my colleague and very dear friend. The highest honor the Senate of a university can confer on an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, the criteria include distinguished achievement in scholarship, the arts, or public service. Our honorary graduate this afternoon is Mr. Robert Brennan. Mr. Brennan is recognized for his visionary commitment to innovation, sustainability, and the growth and prosperity of Manitoba. He is a dedicated philanthropist and enthusiastic champion of his community. Mr. Brennan retired from Manitoba Hydro in 2011 as its longest-serving president and chief executive officer, 21 years. During his tenure, he led the transformation of the Crown Corporation into a modern, customer-driven electric and gas utility that has become one of the major drivers of the provincial economy. Manitoba Hydro, under Mr. Brennan's leadership, has become a world-class electric utility. That is a splendid achievement, and all Manitobans are the beneficiaries. A chartered accountant, Mr. Brennan is an elected fellow of Chartered Accountants with the Manitoba Institute. In 1965, he joined Manitoba Hydro, where he quickly moved up the ranks, fulfilling various managerial positions on the finance side of the firm and becoming Vice President Finance in 1987. He then briefly served as Senior Vice President Finance and Administration before becoming CEO in 1990. As a result of Mr. Brennan's visionary leadership, Manitoba Hydro became a significant exporter of energy to the United States. In 1999, the firm purchased Centra Gas. In 2002, the utility grew again with the purchase of Winnipeg Hydro. It has built 2 wind farms in southern Manitoba and ushered in PowerSmart, a wide-ranging incentive program that encourages consumers to make energy-efficient choices. Under Mr. Brennan, Manitoba Hydro built more dams and utilized the engineering prowess of University of Manitoba faculty members to explore alternative energy resources and to design new power grids and production methods. Mr. Brennan's leadership also helped Manitoba Hydro establish profit-sharing deals with northern Aboriginal communities. Mr. Brennan is the former chairman and longtime director of the Canadian Electrical Association. He is a long-standing director of the Canadian National Institute for the Blind. He has supported Riverview Health Centre for many years, and he's currently the chairman of its foundation. He's a director and treasurer of Hospice and Palliative Care Manitoba, a director of the Winnipeg Vintage Locomotive Society, and past co-chair of the YMCA-YWCA. During Mr. Brennan's tenure as CEO, Manitoba Hydro has consistently supported the Faculty of Engineering at this university. Mr. Brennan has also supported the Asper School of Business, especially in its MBA program. Every year, Mr. Brennan speaks to the MBA class about leadership. I know this because it's my class. And when next you come, we will introduce you as Dr. Bob. Mr. Brennan is recognized today for his ability to challenge old ways of thinking and for finding new paths that lead towards prosperity and a stronger community. Mr. Chancellor, it is an honor for me to ask on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba that you confer upon Mr. Robert Brennan the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Brennan.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests, faculty, students, and ladies and gentlemen. I am both honored and humbled to receive this honorary degree from the University of Manitoba. This is a wonderful award for me personally as well as professionally. Before thanking the university, I'd also like to thank my parents, both of whom have passed away. As I look back, I realize more and more that they did so much for my family, my brothers and sisters, in terms of our growing up. I realize that their efforts were entirely focused on that. I'm sure they're looking down on us today with massive smiles on their faces. By now, my mother would have told everyone up in heaven about this event, and I do thank them from the bottom of my heart. As I get older, I think of them quite often. I also thank the University of Manitoba, an educational institute we're all so very proud of. Graduates from this university are well recognized both nationally and internationally. Our graduates fit right into companies as cost-effective, productive employees. These graduates become dedicated and committed employees who can always advance to more senior positions. This is a good time for me to give my views to the graduates with respect to the future. With ongoing education and development, hard work, and focused motivation, all of you can meet your professional goals. I'd also like to thank my family for supporting me in all of my endeavors. My two daughters, both of whom have attended the University of Manitoba, have wonderful husbands and families. I'm extremely proud of them. I only worked with one company for my entire working life, and I could not have had a better employer. I started in internal audit within the company and then climbed the corporate ladder, obtaining more senior financial positions until I became the Senior Vice President of Finance and Administration and Chief Financial Officer. Subsequent to this, I was appointed to the position of President and Chief Executive Officer. During the 22-plus years in this position, I reported to three different chairmen of the board. They were Brian Ransom, John McCallum, and Vic Schrader. The office of the President and CEO is sometimes a lonely place where the opportunities for independent advice and counsel are extremely limited. These gentlemen helped me immensely, and each of them gave me wise and informed advice. We even discussed issues outside of Manitoba Hydro. I think personally that we could solve any of the issues of the day better than the way they were handled. I thank all of them for their help over the years. They made my job so much easier, and their friendship means a lot to me today. I also thank all the current and retired employees of Manitoba Hydro. We have collectively made our company one of the best in the world, so I thank them again. Now a little bit about the community in which we live. We have the best of everything here in Manitoba. The best in education facilities, arts and cultural venues, museums, nature centers and parks, and the best in amateur and professional sports. Although there are some complaints about the weather, once you're used to it, Manitoba Hydro, or Manitoba, is the best place in the world to live. This is especially true with the occasional trip to a warmer climate in the winter. I'd like to just sum up by saying we're very lucky to have the educational facilities available to us and all the various services and amenities we have within our province. Graduates, with hard work and ongoing education and professional development, the world is yours. I am very thankful for the opportunities and recognition that have been afforded me, especially since I've retired. Receiving this honorary degree is one of the greatest gifts of my life, and it rates along with receiving my CA designation. I thought that receiving a fellowship and an Outstanding Achievement Award from the Institute of Chartered Accountants was absolutely wonderful. This rates even higher. Thank you again.